DC on him. I'm calling DCF on her because she doesn't know who has her kids.
Oh.
I'm towing her car as soon as I find it because it's involved in a crime.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a long morning for her.
I met him off of Tag.
When?
Like about a month ago. I don't know his full name. Now that he goes by
here?
RJ. No, he was.
Hey boo, hey, welcome back to your girl's channel. Y'all, this is about them weak moms out there. Mothers. Some of us, some of y'all, I ain't finna say us because I ain't in that category. Some of y'all be out here failing your kids. Y'all are failing your kids and you need to get it together. Now let's get into it.
You're on the video right now.
Yes, sir.
You said you just met this guy. When did you meet him?
I met him off of Tag. I met him off of Tag.
When?
Like about a month ago.
All right.
And
You don't know his name?
I don't know his full name. Now that he goes by RJ. No, he came last night.
Okay. This is going to go from here to DCF because you're letting your children go with somebody that you don't even know, which is not safe at all. You're telling me you don't know him. You're telling me you don't know him. He says his ID's in here. Unless I can get his ID, then you'll be. If I get his ID, you'll be out of it. All right? It's a traffic ticket. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah, I see his gray bag. I mean, his green bag, but I don't see nothing.
I need something with his name. If you want to be out of this, get me something.
You know, is there any way to contact him by another police to see where he's
I don't know where he is.
Oh, you didn't find him? The girl just called me and said he got pulled over.
They almost kicked it off.
This is the only thing he brings to my house.
You told me it was a gray bag. Go. All right? A minute, a second ago. You told me it was a gray bag.
I meant to say green. This is all he brings to my house.
Okay, well, as soon as I find your car, I'm going to tow it and impound it. Because it's involved in a crime. You took off from me. Alright, so see how this is affecting you?
Yes.
It's really going to affect you with DCF.
I was sick this morning. That's why
You're not sick now. It's obvious.
No, I woke up real hot this morning.
Alright, I'm sorry for that, but now there's a lot more problems. Okay? So unless you get me go look for something else. Give me this registration. Didn't know how to spell his name and he knows the year he was born. So I have to keep up until he freaked out.
How the fuck did you take off?
He backed up into the traffic. I stepped out here. If I wouldn't have jumped out of the way, he would hit me. So I'm going to DCF on her because she doesn't know who has her kids.
Oh.
I'm towing her car. As soon as I find it, it's involved in a crime. Yeah, it's going to be a long morning for her. Where's your ID?
Yeah, that's why.
He stayed here last night. He had your kids. So we have your ID.
She's full of shit. Kids. Her car? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What do you think his name is?
I'm a great mom.
It seems like it. I'm not threatening with DCF. I'm telling you what we're going to do.
No
threat.
I ain't never had no case ever.
All right. Well, now you have one.
I woke up throwing up this morning.
What's his name, do you think?
I'm just saying
RJ. Is that a first name? Is our first last initial? What's that? Well, he stayed here last night and he has your kids, so
Well,
let me
let him in.
let me have your ID.
She's full of kids.
Oh, I know.
Kids, right? And her car?
Yeah.
Mothers, what's your opinion on that? And I'm speaking to mothers only because a lot of things happen to us young girls when we're younger. Like a lot of things. And it happens like this with mothers just leaving us with strangers and leaving us with uncles and people that we ain't supposed to be with all the time so they can go work or go drink or go do whatever it is that they do. A lot of bad things happen to us when we're young.
It's no secret that abuse happens in a lot of families. And it doesn't matter what race, what background, what upbringing, it happens in a lot of families. And you know the abuse that I'm talking about. That sick. But let's address you sick-ass family members who think that it's okay to cover up and water down certain situations from these sick-ass abusers and some of the sick-ass shit that they do strictly because they're family members. You motherfuckers are just as bad as some of these abusers. Let's talk about you sick-ass family members that like to turn the other cheek about shit that you know ain't right. But because they're your family member, you want to pretend like it wasn't that serious or it wasn't like that. Or how about you ones that ignore it all the way? PSA, you're just as sick-minded and distorted as the abuser. And if you didn't know, you're causing just as much trauma to the victim by disregarding their feelings and what took place strictly because you don't want to deal with it. Some of you motherfuckers got your nerve to know that certain shit has taken place and continue to have this family member around. You don't think that's a fucking problem? How about the ones that find out about certain shit later on down the road. And in your opinion, since it's an old situation, you feel the need to not address it or just let it go. And now this same mass has moved on to traumatizing and harming the younger generation. You don't feel like that's a problem? Well, I'm here to tell you that you're partly to blame, because not only is it sick to do it and sick to cover it up, but it's sicker to turn the other cheek and allow the shit to continue. And it's also continuing to harm the person that was already victimized by this shit. And let's not even get into the ones who act like it didn't happen altogether or that the person is lying. You motherfuckers are questionable. What about the ones making excuses for the shit? Oh, they weren't in their right state of mind. Oh, they were drunk. Oh, they were too young. Oh, something happened to them. Well, what the happened to you? Because there's no excuse. I just wanted to make this video to disrespectfully remind you that you're just as much to blame as the person doing this shit. It doesn't matter when you were made aware of it, but I hope it weighs so far heavy on you that you can't sleep at night. And please remember that one day you will have to answer for turning the other cheek.
It's a good 70% of women that have been SA'd out there. And 90% of those women, it was probably under the age of 10 when it started. So that's my main concern with her just being careless. Who just puts their child in a car with a stranger, somebody that they just met, have them take them to school? This man done a hit and run. Ain't no telling what kind of crime he committed in this car and drove off. Yo, kids, I don't even know how many kids. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two, maybe it's three. Yo, kids is in the car with this fool and he done committed a crime. Now your kids is gone too. All because you decided to just let him in. I don't care if it was a booty call. I don't care what the hell it was. But now you have to reap all the repercussions over busting that nut or whatever it is that you got from this man or wanted from this man. Could have been a DRUGS type situation for all I know, because it's giving that low key. She seemed a little off, if you ask me. And that's probably why your ass was throwing up in the morning, okay? You was overdoing it last night with this fool. And now you got this fool taking your kids to school in the morning. Your kids don't know RJ. You don't know RJ, B.
When I was a child and I first started getting touched on, a lot of different things started happening to me. I changed. I used to be a very happy child. I loved church. I loved playing with my friends. I loved playing in makeup. I loved Bratz dolls. To Arthur, all of that. I was into all of that. But when I started getting all of that changed. My whole look of life changed. Okay. Now I'm into boys, girls. Okay. Now I'm fighting. I'm so fucking angry, but I don't know how to express my anger. So I'm fighting. I'm playing point him out, knock him out. Doing the wrong shit to the wrong people. Them people ain't do shit to me. Hanging with the wrong motherfucking crowd. Talking to people that's way older than me. You don't understand, when you get touched as a child, that shit change you. So you may look at it as, oh, she fast, oh, she this, oh, he this, oh, she that. No, you don't get it. You will never get it. Our innocence was taken away from us at such a young ass age. And now it feel like we trying to fill the fucking void. On some real shit, that's just how it is, whether y'all want to hear it or not. I know I'm not the only person that feel this way. And that's the sad ass truth of it. When you're touched at a young ass age, everything about you change. Everything about you changed. So when I first started getting touched on, bro, all I knew is I was different. So I was different. I was different from most of my friends. I was different.
Little do you realize, as mothers, so many things can happen in between that time of them taking your child to school, in between that time of you running to the liquor store. So many things can happen within 5 minutes to a child that will change our lives for the rest of our lives. Okay? I have things that I will never be able to ever get out of my head. But I can promise you with everything in my heart and soul that shit will never happen to my daughter. I put that on my life. It will never happen to my daughter. My kids have never been to a daycare. They have never spent the night with anybody that I don't know. I ain't been away from my kids in over 48 hours in their entire life that I can think of. Yeah, I've never really been away from my kids over 48 hours. And when I am away, I'm calling them. They calling me. I need to check in. I need to make sure that their personalities are still the same. Everything is intact. You need to check in on your kids. If you leave them with somebody, even with people that you trust, check in on your kids. Fill them out. See if they comfortable where they at. You know, tell them, go to the bathroom. Mommy wants to ask you something private. Or go somewhere where can't nobody hear us. And ask the serious questions if you're unsure. Because I know that there's working moms out there. We have to do our job still to pay the bills and make sure that our kids have a roof over our head. So yes, we have to leave them from time to time. But during those times, women, check in on your kids. If you feel that something is off, and even if you don't feel that something is off, because kids won't always tell you. My almost 16-year-old just the other day told me that she was waiting on me to ask her rather than her tell me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, baby girl, I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on in my own life. Now it's my job to come to you and ask you everything that's going on in your life, which as a mother, me thinking that way was wrong. Because yes, that's exactly what the hell I'm supposed to do. Make time to talk to my kids as well, because they're still kids. So no, they ain't gonna always come to us. They're not gonna always be what we expect or want them to be. Yes, I expect my daughter to come to me when she's ready to date, when she thinks she got a new boyfriend, this, that, and the other. Yes, I thought that she would come to me, but she also thought that I would come to her. She was nervous. So my kids are teaching me. She taught me that I can't wait for her to come to me. I have to also make time to come to her, talk to her, ask her, what's going on in your life? How's school? You like your teachers? Anything weird going on with your teachers? You got a new boy you're talking to? What's he like? What's his parents like? You know what I'm saying? We got to get to know our kids all over again. And y'all, I am learning. I ain't never had teenagers a day in my life. They was literally dropped into my lap because these are my bonus babies. You know what I mean? So, child, when I tell you I am growing right along with my children, and that's what we're supposed to do. So we have to remember to keep communication open at all times with our children. Whether they come into us or we come to them, somebody got to do something, okay? I learned my lesson with my baby girl, because you best believe now I'm finna be all up in her business. Since she want to put it off on me like I didn't come to her, now I'm finna be all in the nitty gritty of you finna get so tired of me asking you about your life, girl. Okay? Make them tired of you. But as a parent, our kids ain't supposed to like us. All they got to do is love and respect us. Okay? They'll learn to like us down the road when they have their own kids and they see, oh, mama was just protecting me. But yeah, mamas, with all this uncle crap and just leaving them with any and everybody, we got to do better. We got to be more cautious. I know that we have to work. We have to look after the household, but we have to also continue to remember that our kids are a part of everything that's going on around us as well. Keep that in mind, women, when you're just letting people keep your kids or letting your kids go on sleepovers. I'm very wary about the whole sleepover thing. My daughter ain't sleeping over nothing and nowhere. Okay? Nope. No. She got to watch sleepovers on YouTube before I let her go sleep at somebody else's house. The world is getting crazy and strange, and we have to look after. Don't get me wrong. Our boys, they have a lot of things growing up too. But our girls, y'all, it's the girls that we really have to protect with everything in us.
When I told my mom, that was like a different type of step that I took in life. I go outside and my mama turned around and she just hugged me. And she hugged me. She was like, I'm sorry. And all she kept saying was, I'm sorry. She hugged me and she was like, I'm sorry. Like, that was the first time I felt like somebody was actually sorry something happened to me. And she felt like she was like, it was all her fault. Like, she would have had known, or like, she felt like it was some way, somehow, that she could have known that was happening. And it wasn't. Like, she couldn't have known.
Young boys, they go through the exact same things as young girls. A lot of people have been through it, and it's not okay. It's not okay at all. And it starts with shit like this. Letting random strangers take them to school and watch them for you. Cut that shit out, moms. And be a freaking mom. That's what I got on it. If you like this video, boo. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you, and I hope to catch you in the next one.